Welcome to AWS Journey Day 3. Today we learn about Identity Access Management in today's topic. Here is the comprehensive deep dive version of Day 3, Identity and Access Management, IAM, in pure, clear English. IAM is the most critical service in AWS. If you master this, you understand how security works in the cloud. Core concept: what is IAM? IAM is the service that controls authentication. Who are you? And authorization. What are you allowed to do? Think of IAM as the security checkpoint at the entrance of a high-security building. Authentication. Checking your ID card to confirm you are who you say you are. Authorization. Checking your clearance level to see which rooms you can enter. Topic 1. Root user versus IAM user. In AWS, there are two distinct types of users. You must know the difference for the exam. 1. The root user, the account owner. Definition. This is the identity created when you first sign up for AWS with your email and credit card. Power. It has unlimited access. It can close the account, change the billing plan, and delete all data. Security risk. If a hacker gets your root password, they own your entire company's infrastructure. Best practice. Enable multi-factor authentication, MFA, immediately. Create an IAM admin user for yourself. Log out of the root user and lock it away. Only use it for billing issues or account closure. 2. The IAM user, the employee. Definition. An identity created within the account for a specific person or application. Power. By default, a new IAM user has 0 permissions, implicit deny. They cannot view or touch anything until you grant permission. Credentials. Console password. Used for logging into the website. GUI. Access keys. Access key ID plus secret access key. Used for programmatic access. Command line interface or code. Real-world scenario. You start a company. You use your email to create the AWS account. Root user. You hire a developer named John. You create an IAM user for John. You give John a password so he can log in. If John leaves the company, you simply delete his IAM user, and your root account remains safe. Topic 2. IAM policies. The rules. How do we give John permission to work? We use a policy. Definition. An IAM policy is a document written in JSON, JavaScript object notation code that defines permissions. Structure of a policy. Effect. Allow or deny. Action. What specific API call is allowed? S3. List bucket. Resource. Which specific resource? Only the finance data bucket. The principle of least privilege. Exam key concept. Rule. Always grant only the permissions required to perform a task and no more. Why? If a user is hacked, the damage is limited to what that specific user was allowed to do. Real-world scenario. John is a junior developer. He needs to upload images to an S3 bucket named App Images. Bad security. Giving John administrator access. He could accidentally delete the database. Good security. Least privilege. You attach a policy that says, allow John to put object, upload, only into the App Images bucket. Topic 3. IAM groups. Management efficiency. Definition. A collection of IAM users. Function. You attach a policy to the group, and all users in that group inherit the permissions. Benefit. It saves time and prevents errors. Real-world scenario. Your company hires 10 new interns. Method A. Slow. You create 10 users and attach the intern policy to each one individually. Method B. Efficient. You create an IAM group called interns. You attach the intern policy to the group. You simply add the 10 users to the group. Topic 4. IAM roles. The hat/temporary access. This is the most misunderstood topic. Read this carefully. Definition. An IAM role is an identity that has specific permissions, but is not associated with a specific person. It is designed to be assumed by anyone or anything that needs it temporarily. Key feature: roles provide temporary security credentials. They do not have a permanent password or access keys. Who uses roles? AWS services. An EC2 server needs to access S3. Cross-account access. A consultant from another company needs to audit your account. Real-world scenario. The server problem. You have a website running on an EC2 instance. Virtual server. The website needs to download photos from a private S3 bucket. The wrong way. You create an IAM user, get the access keys, and save them in a text file inside the server's code. Risk. If a hacker hacks the server, they find the keys and steal your data. The right way. IAM role. You create an IAM role with S3 read-only access. You attach this role to the EC2 instance. The EC2 instance can now assume the role and access the photos. No passwords or keys are ever stored on the server. If the server is hacked, there are no permanent keys to steal. Topic 5. IAM Credential Report. Definition: a report that lists all your account's users and the status of their various credentials, passwords, access keys, and MFA devices. Use case: you download this report to audit security. Oh look, user Mike hasn't changed his password in 3 years. We should force him to change it. Mini challenge. Critical thinking. Let's test if you really understood the difference between a user and a role. Scenario: you are building a mobile app. The app allows users to upload their profile pictures to an S3 bucket. You have thousands of mobile users. Question: should you create an IAM user for every single mobile app customer? Or should you use an IAM role that the mobile app assumes temporarily to upload the photo? Think about scalability and security. What is your answer?